Isaiah. What is it about NC State that you believe helped prepare you for this moment? And if you were to speak to others that were considering making the same decision, how would you address that?
The culture, it starts with the fans. They're not just fans, they're our family. Leading to our coaching staff, they push us day in, day out. Leading to the teammates and the players that's the former players that come back to the games and, teach us things and the players that's on the team, the togetherness, the chemistry, the gelness that we play with each other on and off the court. For the future people that's looking at NC State, just go to a home game and just feel the energy and the love that we bring, and just see it for yourself.
Aziaha, we're going to go to front row all the way to your right.
Hey, how you doing? This is Chris from the Chris Gunther Show. Thank you for taking this quick time out. You're a player of a lot of edge, and that's something that has carried you to this point. What is it that you're going to also be able to take with you to the W, especially with everything that we know the W is looking forward to this year?
Just being that dog, just finding any keys that, Dallas needs and me putting that effort, for them, just pushing myself, pushing my teammates, being that energetic rookie, motivating my vets, being that sponge, learning new information from my vets. And, when my number is called, whenever it is, I'm being ready.
Next question, Aziaha, to your right, standing here.
How you doing? This is Daniel Artest from the 9450. You always been a killer on offense. Like, what's your personal mindset when you got the ball in your hands and that shot clock is winding down? How you expect to bring that to the WNBA?
Whenever that shot clock is running down, trying to find that bucket. If I can't find that bucket, finding that open teammate, whatever's getting the team a good bucket, and just keeping going.
Next question, all the way to the back, just to the right. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Right here to the front, Mike, to the right.
Hi, Isaiah. This is Brittany Wallace from the 9450. Can you please just talk about in this day and age of NIL and athletes like more noticeably, building their brands, how have you specifically adopted an entrepreneurial mindset for yourself, and how will you take that into the W with you?
Just watching the ones before me, just how they present themselves. And I feel like I can present myself the same way. I feel like my brand just shows a lot and it tells you like I'm a dog. I feel like I surround myself with embrace of my brother, with his passing. And I feel like that inspired me to keep going. I feel like that's going to take me a long way. Thank you.
Next question, all the way in the back to the right.
Mhm.
Hi, Isaiah. Congratulations on
Thank
tonight.
you.
Gabe Zoda, Sideline Sports Network. You talk about being a dog. You're joining a team in Dallas that has a couple of them with Dejanay, Nalissa Smith, Arike on offense, and now Paige and yourself. Just talk about how that group is really going to help you and how you can also help them.
Just having all dogs on the team, it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait to experience it. I can't wait for them, push me around, make me better. I just can't wait to just get all information from them.
All right, Aziaha, we're going to go to Zoom for a few folks from Carolina. We're going to start with Jaden. Jaden, go ahead.
Hey, Zaza, when you look at your career at NC State and everything you've accomplished and now being on this stage, what would you say to first year, first day, Aziaha?
Girl, it's a lot coming your way. A lot of doors gonna be closing, but more is gonna be opening. Stay patient, keep working. You're gonna get your turn, and the light's gonna shine on you one day.
All right, staying in Carolina, going to go to Noah. Noah, go ahead.
Hey, Isaiah. NC State was the only school in the first round that have two picks. What was that like to be able to do it with Sanaya tonight? And what does it say just about what Coach Moore has been building in Raleigh?
It shows a lot. I love that girl to death. We call each other our twins, and we're sisters for life. I told her she gonna be my flower girl at my wedding, and we just love each other so much. We work hard. We have ups and downs, and we have so much adversities coming towards us. And just to see both of our names called in the first round, it just shows a lot. It shows a lot about Coach Moore's character, how he pushes us every day, and how he motivates us, and not only us but the rest of the team. So that shows a lot.
All right, staying on Zoom, Connor. Connor, go ahead.
Hey, Aziaha, Connor Reel from 13 News Now in Norfolk, Virginia. You keep on elevating stages. It just gets bigger and bigger. But we remember you here for winning state championships at Princess Anne, playing for Coach Dozier, being from Hampton Roads. As you kind of reflect on your whole journey, what stands out about that part, high school, middle school, and your time here in the Hampton Roads area?
It shows that I'm an on-course player. I came from, like you said, middle school, winning all 3 championships in middle school, winning all 4 state championships in high school, then coming to college and being humble. And I didn't, leave or, just give up. I stayed the course. I motivated myself and I kept working. So it shows a lot about myself.
All right, this will be our last question. We're going to stay on Zoom. We're going to go to Jody. Jody, go ahead.
Hey, Azad. This is Jody, based out of Dallas, Texas, covering the Wings for the last 3 seasons. We are very excited to have you down here with us in Dallas. You spoke about being excited about playing and being in a group with a room full of dogs. So much newness in Dallas, new head coach, new GM, new stadium, all of that. What do you think that you're going to bring to the team for this upcoming season?
I feel like they bring a lot to the team already. I feel like I can just, find my space, be myself, see where we're missing. And I feel like I can fill that void. I'm ready to be that rookie that bringing that clapping hand in practice and on the bench. I'm ready for my number to be called. I'm ready to just be there and, just feel the experience and just be ready.